We're here and we're live. We got people joining in and everything. But all I'm gonna say is put the Lamine in the bag, yeah. Because you know what? What a game! That's what you call football heritage. Football heritage, yeah. Like that's a proper tie. That's proper stuff, you know. Like on my life, two of the best ties I've seen in my whole lifetime. Who would have thought that one tie would be 3-3? Who would have thought the next tie, you know, you think it's over again, 2-0 up, bottle it, 2-2, you're 3-2 up, put on your best Spurs kind of outfit, and guess what? You bottle that 3-3, and then before you know it, you even lose that. That is insane. Put the Lamine in the bag, because guess what, yeah? If Maguire was on the pitch, yeah? If Maguire was on the pitch, one of the teams, aka Barcelona, would have left with a W. Yeah, Lamine Maguire would have done the job. What the hell? Yeah, did Lewandowski do, man? You'd think he played like 118 minutes the way he was literally clowning around. You know what I'm saying? Do you know what I'm saying? But yeah, man. Oi, we got a lot to discuss today, and when I say a lot to discuss, we got a panel to jump into the situation. But before we do that, smash the likes. All that great stuff, all the stuff that you lot support me with. Also subscribe if you're new. If you're coming over to this, you're thinking, oh, this ain't Man United talk. No, we're gonna get into the Man United talk. But before we do that, all that blah 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 blah. Let's see who's in the building, anyways, man. Big up Israel as well. He says, big up Cass. Let's get this stream to 120 likes, people. Also, Man United cannot reject this offer. He could buy Palmer and Dibbling with the money. We sold Bruno, and also the goalkeeper looks decent. Yeah, man. Big up as well, Jarvis. Love that. Tactical Devils. Go subscribe there. Ilias, sensational football. Yeah, I know. Twisted says, Yamal hoofball trying to... What's that? Yamal hoofballing to try get Barcelona over the line. He's the only one that was trying something, though. Nobody else was. Nobody else was. Big up Fraser into winning the Champions League. Who do you not think is going to win the Champions League? We're going to talk about the champs for... Let's just talk about the champs for about 5 minutes. And then go from there. Because for me, how can I not talk about that game? That game was insane. That game was insane. What else have we got here? We have got Big Country, big up yourself. Mr. Link, you are hideous. That's not nice, is it? Mr. Link, that's not nice. What is this? Grace, Kaz, what type of midfielder do you think we need? What kind of midfielder do we need? The lot. I think we need all of it. All of them. We need everything. I mean, we need all the types of midfielders right now. Do you know what I mean? We need everything. We need the Edisons of the world. We need the Cunhas of the world. We need the Angelo Steelers of the world. Give me a Vitinha for damn sake. Do you know what I'm saying? Oh my days. Let me get these guys in. These are always let me say I'm live now. Great match. Arsenal beat PSG and then they win the champs. You think Arsenal will be in that team? You think Arsenal will be in that team? Yeah, all right, man. If Lamine Yamal and Rafinha done all they could do, you think Martinelli's going to do something? Come on, man. Steelers, Zaire Emery, Edison. Don't know about Zaire Emery. He's good, though. Respect Turam. He done top stuff today. I'm fully after watching that match. You cannot miss that stuff. It's honestly, you can't miss a game like that. I mean, if you've been at work listening to that on the radio, or you've been doing whatever you need to do, or maybe even your missus is getting onto you and you thought, oh, you know, spend some time with the missus. I'll check the scores. Go watch the game. Go watch the game. Minna, are you stable? You're not on, you know, I can see in the background. Are you stable? Yeah, like I'm talking about stable. Let's go. Turn the damn camera around.
There you go, boy. That me lads.
I've got a Saeed raid in the building as well. Love to see that, man. I appreciate you, Saeed, man, a lot. Trust me. But before we dive into this whole, you know, this is what happens when you don't have Maguire in it up front. This is exactly, you go out. But come on, guys, that's like one of the best games we've seen.
That was ridiculous, man. That was like a tennis match, back and forth. back and forth.
Yeah.
Probably Lamine Yamal hit the post, and then 2 minutes later they go up there and score. That was ridiculous.
Ridiculous, isn't it?
Yeah, no, man. I miss those Champions League nights as a Man United fan, man. You get
Yeah.
nervous before the game. Do you know what I mean? We ain't feeling that for a very long time, bro.
Yeah, absolutely, man.
Yeah.
But yeah, we got what's it called? We got a couple others joining as well, man. But what you saying, touchline, man? This is where we're meant to be there right now. We're meant to be there right now. Like this is if you're a United fan, this is horrible. What are we saying? This Europa League is a must, you know. We need another moment. We need something. Smash the likes, people.
Listen, we were there, like, do you know what I'm saying? Literally, like, what, a couple of weeks ago against Lyon, the whole world was watching, praying for a, successful hate along, and they messed it up. So we were there. We're just in a different competition.
It's just not the same, though, man. It's not the same. It's not as big. Do you know what I mean? Like, think back to the days when we were in these positions, semi-finals of Champions Leagues. But that was a different feeling, man. Do you know what I mean?
It is a different feeling.
I can only just imagine what it was like when we won in not Munich, in Barcelona.
You got what's it called, by the way? You got like headphones or something, because I think there's echo as well.
Nah, dude.
Or just turn down wherever it is.
Yeah,
wherever it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go, man.
Are you saying touchline?
It's like I could just only imagine the feeling of like when we won in Barcelona and it was the last minute of the game and we were 1-0 down and we scored 2 corners. Like that type of feeling, I could only imagine. Like what the fans that were watching at the time. I don't know if you lot were watching at that time. I wasn't. I was
like 10. I was like 10 years old. I feel old now, but I remember it though. It's crazy, bro. Crazy, jumping around like a madman.
Yeah,
but it was sick.
Oh, it's been the best night of my life if that happened. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. By the way, loads of you in here, we're going to be talking about this Bruno stuff, like world record bid incoming potentially. We're talking British world record fee, by the way. So we're not even ramping around. We got. I'm gonna say when shows, you know what? Yeah, the ones that are probably gonna argue are probably not even here. Yeah, but the ones that are probably gonna reason to debate. Actually, this is gonna be probably quite a constructive conversation, isn't it? Because Minna, I know how you feel in it about Bruno Fernandes. Touchline, I know how you feel. I feel like we have to, using your name, touch down on like literally on the touchline on both sides. Do you know what I mean? Shells is gonna provide a balanced argument, so we can actually have a proper discussion about this. But I'm gonna have to ask you straight up, Minna, yeah. For you, yeah, not anybody else. For you, how much money would you personally take, by the way, to accept for Bruno Fernandes in this current market, considering where United are?
I wouldn't take nothing, bruv.
Oh, so
I wouldn't take anything.
Leave him for free, then, yeah.
Nah, I wouldn't try and sell him at all, man. Because really and truly, I hear it. Like, we can sell him for 120 million, and we can use that money to buy a bunch of different players. But which one of them bunch of different players is gonna actually replace Bruno? Because I understand. Look, you want to buy a whole team, and you can do this and you can do that, but there's gonna have to be at the end of the day one player that replaces what Bruno does and what Bruno brings. Who are we gonna get that's gonna do that?
I feel like we're in a bit of a fear factor right now, though. Yeah, go on. I feel like we're in a bit of a zone where, you know what it is, yeah? You know what you could do with potentially 120 million? It's a world record fee, in it, British world record fee, bear in mind, because there's been other fees, if I'm correct. Yeah, Mbappe's, and the rest of it, etc., right? So, but there's even rumors about it might even be more than 120 million. We're talking minimum 120 million. Straight cash, no add-ons, no like, or anything like that. Straight, there might be add-ons to be fair, but no like chopping it up into 5 different years. It's like, here is your money. Take it, do what you want to do with it. And obviously United, the way FFP, the way it works, if you wanted to go get somebody else, obviously you can literally spend three times as much as that if you want to in one window. So that means you could technically spend over 300 million. That doesn't even include sales of Rashford, Anthony. Obviously, get incoming money for Sancho, incoming money potentially for Garnacho. We're talking even who else surrounding, academy prospects that might go for 5-10 millions here and there. We're talking about having one of the most important rebuilds of Manchester United's history, bro. Like, for many, many, many years, probably since what, Ferguson trying to rebuild everything since we was in the gutter, you know, ever since he's retired. The question is though, do you trust Ineos enough to rebuild correctly, considering they've had one window, half of them were in, half of them were out, so not all of them were even in the door. Do you trust them to go like, okay, look, so far they've identified Euro as the next young best thing. You probably like him, right? Agate, not many do like him, but you can probably appreciate what he can bring if he's a squad player, maybe. De Ligt, in today's market, De Ligt, I'm not going to lie, looks like a steal, in my opinion. I think you can't argue with everything that's around. Everything's as potential. If you look at Xerxes a fan favorite at the moment. Does he work out or not? Who knows? And then obviously use the other one. Mazarawi just looks like the...
Mazarawi is a good signing.
So now you look at what Ineos have identified. A couple new goalkeepers, right? Not your spectacular names like Diogo Costa, who's an absolute flipping bozo, but this Eastern European giant dude, yeah, that's probably been rated the best goalkeeper in Serie A this season. Or Joan Garcia, who's one of the best in for Espanyol, let alone the Liga, anyways. And then you look at Cunhas, they're looking at Mbumos, they're looking at Cherki, they're looking at the Lap Yokeres, etc., Edisons of the world. Do you not trust Ineos now to be like, oh, if we actually had that money, we're actually in a zone where we can pretty much get whatever we want, considering that the player wants to come to our club? Do you not want that rebuild? Do you know what, like for a 30-year-old that's going on 31?
I'd love that, but at the same time, I feel like we can do that without selling Bruno. We're doing it anyway. Look, we're selling Garnacho, we're selling Rashford, we're selling Anthony. There's so many players that we can sell and get rid of. And we can still do that. We can still go out and buy these players that we're linked to. We don't need to be selling our best player. Like, he's the last person we need to be selling right now.
Yeah, but it's like an out of the blue, like this is like maybe once in a lifetime kind of opportunity, not just for Man United, but for Bruno itself as well. Look how quick they moved on from Salah. They don't even care about that no more at the moment. They want Bruno. They want the best player in the world, according to them, best midfielder in the world, according to them. That's
what I mean. If we lose him, it will be a bigger loss to us than not having him there. Do you know what I mean? Like, I get it. Like, we can use that money and rebuild and everything, but really and truly, we can do that anyway, man. We need to be thinking about getting rid of Lindelof and Luke Shaw and even Harry Maguire, bruv. But Mason Mount, all of these people, we need to be getting rid of all of these people and using the money from them to be buying all the players that you're talking about. And keep Bruno. Now that's a win-win. That's a win-win, man.
But what's your provided argument? You think did you not shake your head a minute ago saying you don't trust Ineos? So what makes you trust Ineos to replace with Bruno as well at the same time then? Or am I getting that wrong?
No. I mean, I like the sound of the signings that you're mentioning.
Transfer targets anyways.
Yeah, but at the same time nowadays, it's like the amount of signings that we've signed at Man United who have come and just not been it. They've not been great. Like Agate, for example, hasn't been the greatest. I get his role and if he could be used as a squad player, but he shouldn't be starting every week. Xerxes is not it for me. Højlund, there's a bunch of, but you know what I mean? Like it's hit and miss, it's hit and miss, it's hit and miss. And if we get rid of somebody like Bruno, who we know is Prem proven, he's 100%. He's always there for the club. He's always playing. He's always fucking doing his best. And at the moment, he's showing out to be one of the best midfielders or players in the Prem. If we get rid of him and we go out there and take a risk on all of these other people and they come in and half of them are good and half of them are not, and I just don't know, man. It's not really I don't put 100% that they're gonna find somebody better than Bruno or as good as Bruno straight.
But you know what we're doing here though, yeah. Big up shows, love that. You know what? Why have I got this one? Yeah, man, much better. Don't know why it's done that. This is Daps moving my shit, man. But we can replace that. Like, not being funny. I know a lot of you. I just see touchline. Yeah, we just see what 39 GA. How do you replace that? I'm not being funny. Europa League tax. I'm gonna call it for what it is, isn't it? Let's not act dumb. He's got 18 GA in the league. 3 of them being penalties, I believe, as well. Yeah. Like, let's not. That should not be that difficult to replace in the league if we're talking just GA alone. No. Touchline. Can you hear me?
Yeah, sorry, I don't know. Yeah.
What is your name?
The
If your
GA
name's
you
not
might not.
Touchline, if it's not Touchline, what is your name? What do you go by then?
I go by Touchline.
Okay.
I do go by Touchline. What's it called? Yeah, I it depends, and I feel like it depends. GA in like the
In
sole
short
thing
term.
GA is different to like, because you can score goals. Like, who's a player that I'm trying to think of? Like,
Who's stat padding? There's
no,
loads of
yeah,
them.
yeah, yeah. And there's one, and then there's players that they don't really stat pad, but when the moment comes, in the big moments, they'll score. And Bruno, to be fair, this season, do you know what I'm saying? Europa League knockouts. I think how many goals has he got or assists? He's probably got like 6 GA or something in the knockouts. He's been good. He's turned up in the final last season. So yeah, like it depends. Can you get me a clutch player as well that's going to get me big game output? But personally, they're quoting 200 million. I heard. I don't know if that's true or not. So if it's 200 million, I'd absolutely bite your hand
Oh
off.
my god! Even Minna, you can't say no to that.
Imagine that we could go and get Adam
Not
Walton.
even you, Minna, couldn't say no to
It's
200
hard.
million
It's
cash.
hard to say no to. But my point is, who are we gonna attract? Are Man
Adam
United
Walton.
really attracting players like that?
We can go get anyone we want. The fact is, we
Adam
can
Walton.
go for anyone that we
Turkey.
choose. Not doesn't mean they're gonna come though. That's what your whole idea is. But Shells, man, think about it this year. Big up for Mr. D. Oh, is that Mr. or Modern Samurai? Big up to yourself, yeah, for becoming a cast lighter, man. Love to see that. Obviously, supporting the cause. Make sure there's for over 350 of you in the house. Please smash the like button, man. Smash the damn likes. Likes are so important. You don't. I think even if you're not even staying for a long time, even if it's a short time, it's a good time. Do you know what I'm saying? So anyway, smash the likes. It's important for getting new subscribers. And also everyone else's channels here, bar Minna at the moment, but you'll see a lot more of him. Trust me. He's not afraid to. Don't get onto him. If I see any abuse to anyone, I'm going to remove you. Simple as that, innit? If you don't like their opinion, you get removed. You can go for their opinion, but don't get personal. But I mean it. Like anybody, you don't need to get personal. They can cuss your opinion because I think your opinion is absolutely shit. But I appreciate them. Do you get what I'm saying? What are you saying, Shows, man? What can we do with 150, 120 M's, bro?
First of all, I want to say, obviously, the chat might not know my opinion on Bruno. First of all, guys, I think Bruno is top. Yeah, I've been consistent with that.
Of course.
But one thing I'm gonna say, pause. But one thing I'm gonna say is, you have to put contents into every situation. United and Bruno are in different phases of their career. Okay, so United are rebuilding. Bruno is in the peak of his career right now. All right, so I don't see him sticking around. Also, if you give me 100 million plus for a 31-year-old, regardless of their quality, we might not ever get this opportunity again to sell him, especially with our PSR issues and so on. So I'm not one of them United fans who think Bruno's the problem. I think the system is more of a problem. I think it's so dumb to give this opinion solely on just one player. But bro, you got to put things into context. 120 million for a 31-year-old, bro.
I hear it.
Take that and you reinvest in the whole squad. You can get 4 players from that, and you should get at least 3 solid starters. Do you know what I'm saying? Whether I hear Mena's point. Who do you get in? What quality do you replace him with? But that's on Ineos, bro. That's why Ineos have come in, and that's why we've appointed them to make these decisions. Do you know what I'm saying? These footballing decisions. So yeah, man. I think Bruno's not an issue. The way other United fans say this, I think that's just dumb. You can't put one problem down solely to Bruno. What he's been criticized in the past for as well, of playing high-end football, chaos football, he stopped that. He's been more controlled this season as a number 8, in my opinion. If you watch the game, it's not even an opinion. You just have to watch the game. But ultimately, without the waffling, United got to cash in. 120 million, guys. You got to cash in, bro.
That's a good question. Do you think Bruno can play for us in the 8 for the whole season?
Yeah, 100%.
I think he could, but also I think if you give me an option of getting a Wharton in there or a guy that's more known for their let's say known for being a 6'8", then I'd go with that instead, because at the end of the day you can get 2 or 3 players in, bro. It's not just a centre mid. You're getting a centre mid, you're getting a striker, you're getting a 10. Do you know what I'm saying? So, bro.
But what was that comment saying? I do not trust this manager to rebuild without. Because that was very
Hussein's that I don't trust the man to do the rebuild without Bruno. That's where
Yeah.
that's where you're at, Minot, then, isn't it?
That's exactly what I'm saying. Like we can't trust this manager right now from what he showed to rebuild without Bruno. He's been so reliant on the guy. He's been so reliant on the guy in the 10 and in the 6. And I think he can play in that deeper position, but he needs somebody next to him that's going to be like a Rodri, somebody that wins the ball and keeps the ball, because it's only 2 in midfield. If there was 3 in midfield, then we could say there's a ball winner, there's a ball retention, and then there's Bruno.
You know what it is though? I'm bored. You know what it is? I'm at a point where I'm just bored as well. At the same time, I've seen Bruno in many different midfields, and all these midfields have collapsed. Yeah, whether it's Matic, Pogba, and Bruno, whether it's McFred and Bruno, which I call McFruno. Yeah, and then there's Bruno and whatever you got now going on, Casemiro, the 2, and if you want to add the other 2s up to you, I've seen him in so many different midfields. There's always a common denominator. Why is it that our midfield can never ever dominate games? And you have to say, like, as much as I like Bruno, by the way, anyone that doesn't rate Bruno, yeah, you don't have to like him, but you can still rate him and not like him at the same time. Because if you don't rate him, then why do you want 120 million for minimum or whatever, right? Or wherever the case may be. Because if you did, you're only gonna rate someone if you're gonna ask for that sort of money. You'd say, no, get rid of for 60 million, aka Adam, who might be on this a little bit later, who Minna, you was arguing in a chat earlier, isn't it? That chat is always going off as well, by the way. Wait till Estrella gets his mic next week. It's gonna go off on this panel, yeah. But
bro, man sent what, like 6 VNs?
Yeah, literally, like, but big up Estrella as well. But my whole thing is I rate Bruno especially, and I appreciate him, but for where I'm at and where I feel as a fan, and I feel like where Man United is right now, the argument will be I'm dying for some absolute quality everywhere on the field. All right, here's a good example. Harry Kane of Spurs, yeah, brother, after 10 games, they were like top of the league near enough, like for 10, 11 games. They didn't, and even to this day, they still don't struggle to score goals with Harry Kane. They just found another solution. Yeah, like if you look at Chelsea, Hazard left, but he fell off a cliff quite quickly. They did miss him, don't get me wrong, but they still won a champs. Do you get what I mean? So they replaced that and they had something going on. There's always different ways to build without this special player. It's about finding the next couple, three different players that might add to what Bruno gives already. Let's say, like, if he does leave, we can go get Ainori if we want, by the way. We can go get Edison. We probably can get Edison and a Warren, or we can get an Angelo Steeler if, in admission that they want to come to the club. We can get a pairing that suits, and like you won't moan no more because you know what quality they're going to bring. I struggle personally to find, I don't know about you lot in the comments or you lot on the panel right now. I struggle to find someone that suits Bruno that's currently available that would come to Manchester United, because I look at Bruno and I thought, if you're going to have a Bruno, I need a Declan Rice next to him, really. Like, but we're not going to have it. There's not many Declan Rices. You need someone that's kind of physical, powerful, going to win the ball back, and he's got a decent pass in him at least, minimum. Because Bruno, he lacks for what Bruno doesn't. He makes up for what Bruno doesn't have. I don't think Edison is a 6, but even these days, is Declan Rice really a 6? People look at him as an 8. It's so difficult to pair him with someone at the moment, and I feel like going forward, I don't know where he fits long term, but short term, if you put good players with next good players, which is your point, Minna, that means you're just going to get even better. You know what I mean? So all them goals or chances he provides right now, like Bruno looks like I was going to say Almac, he looks like he is the system. Yeah. At the moment, he's everything. But can we not move on from that? It's individual brilliance at the end of the day. We need team brilliance.
Yeah, I just don't see where we're going to go. It's obviously like you said, we need someone like a Declan Rice or a Rodri or somebody who can win the ball and keep the ball. Put that next to him, and you'll see Bruno shine. This is the thing. Like when Bruno first came in, was it Matic and Pogba next to him? When we came
yeah. So to be in fairness, it was literally a rusted old Matic who couldn't stay fit. And then who else is it as well? And then Pogba kept getting injured. Yeah,
and we came second in the league that year. So look, we had good players next to him. He came in, and he absolutely smashed it as soon as he came in. He hit the ground running. Yeah, that's probably one of the best January signings. And then after that, we just progressively started getting worse and worse and worse and worse and worse till we are where we are now. And he's the only good player that we've got. And that's why he's the only one shining.
Yeah, I hear
He's
it.
he's the only one that stayed from that.
Can I also just say as well, yeah? In the past, United have moved on from players better than Bruno. Bruno is outstanding, bro. Okay, even if you think that United fans, I'm not one of them United fans who have an agenda on Bruno. I'm just saying, for the better of the team and the situation we're in, it don't make sense to hang on to a 31-year-old that's going to be 31 in August when you can get 120 million and reinvest in the whole team, whether that's a wing back, a centre mid, a striker. You can bring in what you need. You have more flexibility to do so. No one's saying, chill out. No one is saying, well, I ain't saying that Bruno's this, Bruno's that. I'm just saying you got to look at the bigger picture, bro. Rooney's left. I've seen Ronaldo leave. Do you know what I'm saying? I've seen Keane leave. Do you know what I'm saying? There's been players stam. I've seen players go who are better than Bruno, so that we can't say this is the biggest mistake ever. He's going to be 31, guys. Do you know what I'm saying?
The thing is, when we let these players go, we had an infrastructure and a bunch of other players who were good. You know what I mean? Like, we let Beckham go, but we still had Scholesy and Giggsy and all of these lot. And then sooner or later, Ronaldo come in and took over. Like, we had a proper... If we let Bruno go now, what have we got, bro? We're going to have to start from zero, bro.
Yeah, but that's where we are right now. We are at zero. We are 15th.
But that's what I'm saying. If we're buying like players in now, they're gonna come in and you've got a Bruno that you can kind of build around, or I'm not saying build a team around a 30-year-old, but I'm just saying, you know, he also is a leader. He also has all of these other attributes. He's the captain. He's a big personality. Do you know what I mean? Like, we're losing more than just a player there as well.
What are you saying, Adam? I know you absolutely... I think you absolutely hate Bruno. He makes you, he disgusts you, innit?
Nah. Don't go there. Don't go there. Like, to be fair, like the person Bruno.
No. I mean, as a footballer.
As a footballer, he drives me mad. I can't lie. He drives me mad as a footballer. But he has attributes that I can't deny. And if he was playing a role that is part of the squad, if he wasn't that big of a part of the team, I'd be happy to have him. But the problem is, fans will call for Bruno to play every minute of every game. And for some reason that I don't understand, no manager can drop him or at least bench him here and there. And Modric is getting dropped. Like Kevin De Bruyne, like top players get dropped, or if they have a bad game after 60 minutes, you take them off. It's just better for the player as well. Just take him off. But that's never the case with Bruno. And I just don't rate him that highly as a player. I just really don't. I think overall, we lose more than we win with Bruno. Like, I think the impact is overall negative because he has some issues that seems to me, at least from my perspective, to be more psychological in a way that if he loses control, he can't get it back. So if Bruno starts the game well and plays well and then gets to the 60th minute.
Go on. Yeah, go on.
Okay?
Yeah, go ahead. He couldn't help himself. He needed to jump over this conversation.
Yes, boy.
He couldn't help himself.
Big up, man. Big up.
I
heard everything.
I continue, Adam. It's a good segment. I apologize.
Big up, Adam.
I can't believe he jumped on. Where's the dog?
I was saying it. The problem with Bruno is he can't handle it. Bruno needs a good captain next to him. He needs good authority next to him. Because when he loses it, there's no way back. And that's the problem. A player that you need to control all the time and tame all the time is not good for the team overall. He takes too much space. And that's annoying. And we've seen it. When Bruno loses it, and Bruno has about 2 good months in a year, even the stats, like they are not spread across the season. And 80% of the season, Bruno does absolute nonsense. And he has a 2 good months period in the year. Just like last year before the FA Cup, he was good for a good month and a half before the FA Cup final. But all of the season before that, even his biggest fans were acting like, it happened to Bruno. He needs rest. We need to sign someone to play next to him. And it's been like that for years. Like, he's judged only on the good things he does. And he's not judged on the bad things he does. And he does more bad things than good, in my opinion.
What you saying, Ems, man? First and foremost, big up Rants as well. Everyone send W for Rants as well, for raiding as well. And also, even though Saeed done it beforehand, please W's for Saeed as well. Saeed and Rants are built, like, literally helping me build a community. So everyone must know what they do for others. Even though they don't ask for anything in return, this is people that they are helpful. They're very helpful. They're making careers out here. So big up Neddy for that as well, for the super chat. Sam Ritchie says, I love Bruno. We're getting 120 million for a 30+ age player. I think he's 31 in August or September. It's too good to turn down. Gives us the ability to get Cunha and another 10 and a striker and more as well. Big up Sam Ritchie. And Michelle Leon says, Edison and Baleba is perfect for the system. Edison, I wouldn't go for Baleba. I'm going straight for Wharton personally. Baby Michael Carrick in it. But yeah, that's that, man. So everyone, if you're in here, please smash the like button. We're debating the Bruno stuff. If you want to stay around, even better. If you want to subscribe, appreciate you as well. We got definitely, look, I'm going to keep people's names in their tags. You can find them anywhere on YouTube pretty much, or if not Twitter. So you can go and subscribe to other Manchester United and obviously multi-club panels, etc., etc. But yeah, sorry about that. I had to, you know what I mean? And what are you saying? What are you saying with the Bruno thing?
You know what I'm saying already, bro. Like we spoke about this yesterday.
Yesterday's price is not today's price. Do you
No,
understand?
bro, no, you lot were saying 100 mil yesterday. I said, give me 60. I said, give me 60, bro.
I take 60.
You know what I mean?
I take 60, to be honest.
I said, give me 60, bro. Like, honestly, it's one of them ones. I'm just looking at where he fits in, and for me, it's just in that midfield as an 8. He's not the guy. I don't think. Yes, he can do it. You know, I was listening to what you were saying, bro. Big up. Yeah, he can play there. Yeah, he can do it. Yeah, yes, he can be effective there. But no matter who you put next to him, bro, you can put a Rodri there. You can put Kante there, bro. It's not. We're still gonna get overrun in that midfield, bro. Like, so I just see Bruno as a 10 in this system, bro. Like you said, though, if we were playing in a 3-man midfield, yeah, Bruno could coast as a cam, dropping deep in the left or the right or whatever, because you've got the two midfielders technically that are doing their job, bro. But Bruno in this team, so we're getting, like I said, we're going to get Cunha. So that's a starting left 10. Then you've got a striker. So for me, I think it's going to be Bruno. If not, then you have to get someone like Cherky in. But even then, if we don't, even then, we need to pick. It's either going to be a cam or a CDM or an 8. But we definitely need a centre mid more than buying a 10, in my opinion, after Cunha. Because I just don't think Bruno can do that job, bro. We're going to get overrun over and over again. How many times have we seen our team get overrun with Bruno in as that sitting player? Yes, he makes tackles. Yes, in certain games, he makes more tackles than Agate. Cool, I'm hearing that. But I've seen this shit before. Do you know what I mean?
You know, on your point, guys, of like Bruno can't do this and that. It's not even about that, though, guys. It's just literally you're getting 120 million for a 31-year-old.
Who's doing this though? Is this hypothetically speaking? Like, who's
this is currently what's going on the media. This is all I can go off, innit?
So who's gonna pay that then? Who?
Saudi.
Yes, right now. Saudi.
Okay. But is Bruno the type of footballer to go to Saudi at 30 years old? Is he?
All right, cool. That's where I'm going with this. So unless I think Bruno, it's like if you don't go this season, it's like now or never. He has to go now or next season, right? But I'm saying for United, he might look at it, bro. This is generational wealth. I'm hearing 1.3 mil per week, 65 million a year. Man. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, he can get that. He can get that at 34. He can get that.
But you might know. But I don't think you can, though. I don't think you can.
Listen, bro. If he wins something, he's getting more than that.
No. Hear me out. Yeah, at 34, when he slows down a lot more and he's more like KDB, and he might pick. You never know. He might pick up more. He might pick up injuries. You never know with this. You're not getting that 1.423 million per week.
Bruno's not that guy, though, Kaz, man. Bruno's, you know this guy.
Saudi's like once in a lifetime kind of offers. If not, it goes in half, and if not in half, they're gonna halve it even further down until they feel like what's your worth.
Do you know what? Put it in the chat, yeah. Just ask the people in the chat. Do you think Bruno would accept going to Saudi at 30 years old? I don't believe he'll do that.
I'll put in a poll right now.
Yeah, I think he would want to stay at Man United.
I believe
he would want to try and win things, and he would want to try and do well and turn it around for Amorim and all of that stuff. I don't see him going to Saudi and just taking it on the chin. But like you said, money talks, innit? Money talks, so we don't know. But for you lot to say you take 60 million, 120 million, all right, cool, we can debate it. For you lot to say you take 60 million for Bruno, that is wild.
I
bro.
wouldn't sell him. I'm not. I can't lie. I'm not selling him for 60 million. I know Adam,
I'll
you
sell
would.
him,
I
bro.
wouldn't.
No,
I'm
no, no.
not.
Hey,
Bro,
60 million British pounds, yeah, not no euros, yeah.
No,
Bro,
I don't
he's
care.
our
about
best player
well,
by
I'm not,
far. You get
don't
rid of
think he is.
Bruno, what have we got?
Bro,
Bro,
between what have we got? You can sign 2 players that can come in and fill in both positions that he don't
What?
play when he's on the
Not
pitch.
doing that
bro.
with
Bruno,
That's
who
so
you buying for
ridiculous.
60 million better than
You're not
Bruno?
doing that for 60 million.
Who
What,
you buying for 30 million?
Bro, you know
That's better than Bruno.
Yeah, but if it's cash,
Bro,
then you can
Turkey-
amortize. You
My,
can.
my problem with Bruno from the first day has been
I'm taking
building a
Turkey
team.
straight away, 25 mil. Sorry, Adam, 25 mil Turkey
Oh, go
straight
ahead.
away. Done.
You
Khalas,
build a
done.
team. If you're going to build a team, you build it with Bruno in it. Sell the other
Bro,
guys.
That's my
Sell
point.
Mount.
That's
Sell
what I'm
Shaw.
trying to make.
Sell Lindelof. Sell
Yeah,
all
it's
the other
Lindelof.
shit that we've got. Why
Lindelof,
would you
bro.
want to sell Bruno? This is what I don't get. This is the same thing I went through with Rashford. People were like, get rid of Rashford. Get rid, bro,
Rashford
get rid of
often
fucking
cheats.
Luke Shaw. Get rid of fucking Mount. Get rid of Johnny Evans. Get rid of all the fucking shit that we've got.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
Why
bro,
are you
bro,
not
You know
coming
what the
this
for
problem
is-
is?
Rashford?
You know what the
Am I
problem
not
is
giving
with
me
that?
120 million, bro?
No, but you know
Yeah,
what the
bro,
problem
like-
is with that is
Bruv, if you collectively sell them all, you're going to get 120 million.
Bro, maybe in all of them leaving, you can get it in wages. Other than that, like, you're not.
Nah,
another
bro.
thing. We
Who's
are
buying
very
Rashford?
good.
So Anthony, Rashford, yeah? You're selling all 3 of them. That's 120 million right there, no?
Yeah, but then again, my problem is with Bruno is not the talent of the player per se. Is that it seems as though we are completely unable to build any consistency, any team structure with him playing. So
Have
my
we
point
tried?
is, with Bruno playing all the minutes he plays, with Rashford playing all the minutes he has played in the last few years, it's very odd to me to blame and to remove the players not playing, like the Lindelofs, like the Evans. We are 14th, so it doesn't make sense to
So
blame.
you want to move the only good players?
I'd remove the players playing all
yeah,
the minutes.
bro, oh, yeah, bro,
What,
yeah.
the ones that are playing well?
No,
But that's the thing,
no.
they
But
are
how
not
long?
playing-
No, but
They
Sorry,
are
Adam,
they're
go
the
on.
only ones playing well in a bad team.
Like,
That doesn't make
I
no
try
sense.
to make my point and tell me if I'm making sense, because sometimes I struggle with my English as well. So just make my point
The
is
English is fine.
My
no,
point
Adam, you're
is-
good with English, bro.
Okay,
Go,
good.
no,
Yeah,
Adam, go.
your English is very.
The English is
very
fine.
good.
It's what you're saying.
I think
point
no,
is-
it's
my point is-
Minard's English. that
It's
I don't
you, it's
understand.
Minnow, bro.
It's Minard that don't have good English. He speaks gibberish.
It's Minnow. I'm telling you, bro.
my point is,
I
ever
hear it.
since Bruno got in the team, he's been getting more and more important by the year, and we've kept being worse and worse. And now we say, get rid of Lindelof, get rid of this, get rid of that. Fine, I want them gone. I want them
So
gone.
you're
But my
equating.
thing- No, hold on,
You're
hold on.
equating
Let him finish.
Bruno's
Let him finish. Let
importance.
him finish. Let him finish.
Just a
Let him finish.
second.
He might go somewhere.
We keep
Maybe.
getting worse and worse on the pitch. So as much as I want the other players you named to go, it doesn't make sense to blame them for the poor performances. We are being shit. We are shit because of the players playing. And the players playing are the Rashfords, the Brunos, the Garnachos, the Højlunds, the players that I think they all need to go. I think they are disasters. But if we are being honest, we've removed everyone in the team for the last 6 years, but Rashford, but Bruno, but Maguire and Lindelof. And
Okay.
Bruno has been central to that.
All right, can I go?
Go
Look,
ahead.
so
But are you going to
you're
respond, or did you
equating-
listen to what I say?
I've heard you.
Fair enough. Go ahead.
You're equating Bruno being in the team to us getting worse and worse, right?
Not exactly.
You are. That's exactly what you're saying. No, you're saying.
I'm
Bruno's
saying
staying in
there's
our
a very
team, and
strong correlation.
The more
Go
he
ahead.
becomes important, the worse we get.
Yeah, 100%.
That's it. So all right. So that's what I was saying about you overcomplicating what this is. So if we simplify it, when Bruno came, he had Pogba and Matic. He had Martial. He had Rashford doing well. He had a much better team around him. Slowly, that team has gotten worse and worse and worse and worse. And now, this season, we even thought it would be a good idea to get Rashford because we wanted to overcomplicate everything. If we get rid of Rashford, we're going to get better. We got rid of Rashford, we got worse. So now, football is a simple thing. This is what I'm saying. Let's simplify it. If we get rid of Bruno, what are we going to get? Worse.
We
Well,
didn't
he's
replace
the
him.
only
We
good
didn't even get rid of
player
him.
that is
Another
left
thing you
from
need to
that team. He's the
Another
only good player that's left from that team, and that's why when we watch Man United right now, they're all shit except for Bruno. It's simple.
and this
It's
is
just
why
a
I
simple
disagree.
thing.
This is why I disagree. I watch him play. I don't think he plays that well. Like
What
that's
do you
one thing.
mean?
That's one thing. And another thing, if you need to put things back into the context of the time. When Bruno had better players next to him, most of the fans wanted those better players out because they said they couldn't do the job to help Bruno. So Matic is better than what we have. I wanted Matic to stay. People said Matic lost his legs. Get someone like Casemiro. Pogba was lazy. McTominay was hiding. Fred was weak. Eriksen lost his legs. Casemiro won the Champions League, played man of the match final. Came to our team, lost his legs. Ugarte is one of the best ball winners in Europe. Played for this manager in this system. He looks lost. Kobe Maino. They can't say Maino lost his legs. So now all of a sudden, Maino is not athletic enough. So you see, my thing is, it's hard to play with Bruno. Surely, without criticizing Bruno, we can see that it's difficult to play with him.
Is it like I don't get that? So is it Bruno's fault that Matic lost his legs? Is it Bruno's fault that people said Pogba's too? I don't get it.
No, but the thing is,
Bruno's
they
just been
didn't
out
lose
here
their
doing
legs.
his thing, and
The
he's
thing
still
is-
here doing his thing.
They didn't lose their legs. This is my point. The point is, when you play with someone so undisciplined, that leaves
So
so much
Matic
space.
didn't lose his legs. It's just because Bruno was undisciplined. Matic did lose his legs, bro. Matic was not keeping up with the Premier League. Matic looked lost. He weren't
didn't.
keeping
This
up.
is exactly my point. Matic
And that's-
was never fast. And Casemiro was never fast in the first place. My point is, every type of excuse will be found to not put it on Bruno being undisciplined. Surely you can see that Bruno's discipline
So
is
Bruno, wait, hold on. Where was Bruno playing when Matic was there? Was he not in the cam? Was he not in the number 10? So
Well,
what
when
discipline do
Matic
you
was
want him
playing,
to
he was
have
like
to protect Matic?
Yeah, he was basically playing. He was playing a lot further forward next to Martial, wasn't it? When he was
Exactly. So what do you want him to do to protect Matic?
Bro,
That's
it's
not his
you're in the
job.
midfield. You are in the midfield, so you play in midfield.
It's
a
not his
team
job.
game.
It's not his job to be protecting Matic.
And it's
Yeah,
not about
he's a
protecting Matic,
cam.
it's about protecting the pitch.
It was Matic and Pogba in the midfield, and Matic was getting done left, right, and centre. That's not.
Yeah,
Bruno's
it's a
fault.
bit, but regardless, anyways, it's the opposite. I think overall, anyways, touchline, yeah, like just to.
Sorry,
regardless
boys,
of the pitch.
my thing's gonna die. I need to put it on charge. 1 second.
Yeah, go on. My thing is, it's just it's about the opportunity of a lifetime if it is to be accepted.
Yeah.
I can mute that. But I'm talking about it's the opportunity of a lifetime. If, by the way, 120 million, but is just basically the British world record fee is 150 million. It's been said that it would take, or they would be willing to spend a British world record fee. So I'm going to say 120 million minimum. It could be a lot more. How do you turn something like that down when you can rebuild a lot of the team? Like, let's say all of a sudden you see Nori come into the team because we can afford it. You know, Wharton can come into the team because you can afford. Exactly, Wharton can come into the team because you can afford it. Even if it's 70 million, you need to put that down. You know what I'm saying? He's a baby Michael Carrick. Even Edison, you can still bring him in. You could still bring in Cherky. You could still bring in whatever you want. You could look at you could look at a goalkeeper and a proper goalkeeper that's not worth 20 million. Maybe a higher rated, maybe Chevalier from in France, best goalkeeper out of the lot. Not gonna lie, I'm just saying there's a lot of different options. If he does go, you can build a different team. Bruno's not the be and end all of Manchester United. I think that's the whole idea. That's what I'm trying to get across. 100 and whatever million, just the fact we're even saying 100 odd million in regardless, yeah, is insane money.
Give me 60, bro. 60 million pounds, British pounds, bro.
Stop with a 60 million thing though.
Yeah, FDB, yeah. Losing the ball argument for Bruno is stupid. Yamal lost the ball 34 times first leg versus Inter. So for Bruno, hater, it's just aesthetics. No, I'm not gonna lie. You can't watch Lamine Yamal and tell me it's just aesthetics.
No, another thing as well. Losing the ball is not the problem. Losing the ball, trying to do the wrong thing is. So that's
And
the problem.
Bruno's a midfielder and Yamal's an attacker. So.
Can I say something on that point though? Do you know from one thing that I'll say about Bruno, yeah, at some you say making the wrong decision at wrong point. It's at sometimes when you play on the field, and you feel like the quality ain't around you, you feel like he feels it's responsible to do these certain things. Do you get what I'm saying? So I don't think Bruno's necessarily doing this hero ball to think, oh my gosh, I need to be the hero. It's just like he, at that moment until the time of the game, that's what he's thinking, because what he's playing with ain't the greatest as well. It works both ways. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but you know what the problem with that is? A wrong decision is a wrong decision. It's not because he doesn't have the best players next to him that he has to pick the wrong options. If the right option is to pass to Garnacho, who's a bum, you need to pass to Garnacho regardless.
Adam, not just that as well, yeah. I think we play through him. Everything goes through him. When Luke Shaw gets the ball, go. So
Mina's not here. I'll do this afterwards.
It kind of cancels that argument, because, bro, like when the whole team looks up and plays, like, how many times have you seen our centre back get the ball and before even thinking, you know what, let me just get it out wide? Yeah, Bruno. Everyone's just thinking Bruno. So everything goes through him. So you can't have that argument where it's like, yeah, look, like,
not better players around him though. Not everything's going through Bruno. There'll be a shift.
Yeah, but bro, listen, do you know what? Do you know what a best captain? Do you know what a good captain is? I'll be real, bro. The best captains that I've played for are the people that just give a quick team talk, bro. Keep it simple. If you can't get up, if you can't get back, don't get up. Just simple, bro. Yeah, and even me, bro, when I used to play ball, yes, I would like the ball a lot. Yes, I would be greedy, but I think that's a bad way of actually leading a team, bro. Like, in my opinion,
come on,
bro. In my opinion, I would be like, bro, like, play football. I'll try and
the question is, do you think he wants to? Do we overall think he wants to leave?
No, man, he ain't going nowhere.
Is he the type to say, I want to leave right now? Or do you reckon he's the one that's going to stay? Because I'm not being funny. What's he realistically going to win us at United? Even if he's got his last 2 years, I don't think he gets another contract beyond his extension of where it is right now. Anyways, what are you realistically going to win us? Because we're not winning no champs or league. It'd be a miracle. Regardless of who we get.
This is the highest I think this is his ceiling, bro. Like, I don't see him at
this
Madrid.
This is definitely prime peak Bruno. This is the best you're gonna get.
And that's my point. That's my point. Literally, I'm not on board with United fans saying Bruno is this, he's our problem. However, you have to look at it with context. The guy is going to be 31. He's his best years now. Okay, this is the best we're gonna get from Bruno. We're not gonna get any better. If you get an opportunity for 120 million, you have to take it, and not just consider it. You have to take it because of the depths of problems we are in terms of money, and how we can use this money to invest in the squad and make a better team. But I'm not high on Mandem saying Bruno's this, Bruno's that, and I'm not here for the slander. I'm just saying, bro, he needs to go if we're getting 120 million, because if it's for the better of the squad.
All right, 70 million euros.
No.
Why would you want less?
Bro, they're gonna give us 100 million.
I'm just like, bro, just as soon as he's gone, that's it. Like,
I don't understand that, guys. I really don't. But it's your
no. I'm not. I'm just saying, bro. Like, I want to see a team. I just want to see a team. Like PSG, for example, bro. Like, there's no one who's like. There's no Messi in that team, bro. There's no Ronaldo in that team. These Mbappe left, and look at them now, bro. They're flying high.
Sometimes it's not about the quality of the player. Like, I don't rate Bruno. Exactly. Like,
what are you not talking about?
Man won a team, bro. That's what I'm talking about.
They literally just bought Kvaratskhelia.
Yeah.
The
but even then, it doesn't change
that team.
No, he's not. He's not, because the way they play, because you could watch that and be like, Dembele is the Messi of that team. There's multiple. Hakimi is the Messi of that team. Exactly. Every player, there's so many players that are outperforming, bro. So many players that are so crucial to that team because
but they didn't. But even at PSG, Messi weren't the guy. Yeah. Firstly, they had Neymar.
I'm not even talking about that. I'm just saying.
They had Neymar. They had Mbappe. They had a whole last team.
I'm saying the team. I'm saying the team
aspect. Dembele. They got Kvaratskhelia. They even got Doué coming off the bench doing well. They've got a fucking sick all round team.
Yeah, but it's a team.
You see, that's exactly our point. Basically, they got smaller names and they got better.
Yeah, but look what happened when Messi left Barcelona, though.
Bruno could be like a.
The point I'm trying to make is not about the quality of the player. Like, for example, Mbappe is one of the world's best, but I thought it was a mistake to go to Real Madrid because it disrupts a lot of things in that team. And just as much as it was good for PSG to let Mbappe go, and now
like I said earlier, we let players like Beckham go, we let players like Rooney go, we let players like all of these Ronaldo go, but we had other players in and around who were good, who are coming up, who are going to be next, who are going to be. Who the hell do we have right now? We
Ahmad.
get rid of Bruno, we're dead.
Nah.
Yeah, but we get a lot of-
I think the squad is poor, but we
Yeah,
can
but
buy
Bro,
more
what do you mean? You
players.
get rid of Bruno, you could have Cherky, you could have Cunha, you could have Ahmad, you could like
Get another midfielder.
you got Kobe, you can get another
There's
midfielder.
more to the world than
I hear
Bruno.
it. You're gonna have to buy a
You can
lot
get
of
two
players.
midfielders to replace Bruno. Mark my words, two.
Mbappe leaves PSG. They're ultimately way better. They're ultimately way better,
Facts.
and that's a huge player, by the way. This is not that's not a joke.
Bro,
And
And
all that
Madrid
kind of
got
stuff.
But
Mbappe and
that's
got
what I
worse.
mean. They've also had to buy players like Kvaratskhelia, who are fucking.
Yeah, but the thing is,
But now what they buying
what do you
for?
think? What do you think Cunha and them man are? Brother, I'm not being funny. What do you think Cunha is? He's a sick player as well. Like Kvaratskhelia is great. Kvaratskhelia is a baller, big baller. Don't get me wrong, but Cherky's a big baller, and Mbeumo's a baller to a good degree, anyways. You know what I'm saying? I'm not being funny. Every time we play, why is it every time we play someone like Crystal Palace, you play our formation, they overrun us?
Guys, facts, bro. This is what I'm talking about.
Schooled us
What's
recently.
that
exactly
to do with
what I'm
Bruno,
talking
though?
about, bro.
That formation's dead.
No.
It's
The
dead.
format, bro.
This formation we have now is whack.
Bro, I guarantee you, yeah, you put a Caicedo into that midfield with well, at the moment with what we've got, I probably wouldn't say Agate, probably Casemiro, the way he's performing. A Casemiro and Caicedo as those
Casemiro's the
two
main
eights.
one that gets overrun.
Hear me out. A Casemiro and Caicedo as the 2 8s, yeah. You've got the leg work and the defensive work with both of them. If anything, more with Caicedo, but going forward, you got Cas.
Yeah, Man
As the
United
2 10s. So my thing, Bruno can't do that.
But this is
but
my
Man
point.
United
This is my point. You're
formation's
not
not an
gonna
issue.
get a Caicedo.
I'm not
We're
being
not
funny.
getting anyone like that.
I'm not being funny, yeah. But the formation is not an issue, bro. It's we have a huge quality issue and a massive imbalance in our team. Physically,
The
technically.
formation is terrible. Bro.
No, but
It's
the thing
not
is, the same
built for
formation.
the Prem.
What are you talking about?
The formation is awful.
Tuchel came in, made a 3-4-3, won the champs. Conte came in with a 3-4-3, switched it all up and won the flipping Premier League.
Bro, that was years ago.
No, what
Inter-
you're happening now. Right,
Inter-
Glasner has
and
made Palace. Glasner has made Palace look absolutely insane right now. Recently, Bournemouth, when they switch up from a 4-back to a 3-back within the game, by the way, press the shit out of every team in the league. Why?
Bro, I'm all for it, switching it up within the game. But this is the thing. This is our formation set up every single game.
But this is how
it's
every
already been
team
worked out.
I don't think it's been worked out, bro. I'm not being funny. Do you expect
It looks like it.
I don't think the formation is the problem, but the manager is not doing good.
Yeah, the manager he's got a selection issue.
Yeah, but
He's got
Thomas
a selection issue. He doesn't adjust very well.
He is the selection issue.
Oh, but I swear the Bournemouth, we've got so many teams. Big up Joey. We've got so many teams in the Premier League that are above us that play a 3 in the back system, and Brentford do it, bro. And they're pretty successful.
The way they build up, they do.
That's why they play the 3 in the back.
Everyone.
man.
The thing is, formations don't matter in football. You know why formations are not always a thing in football? Yeah, is because look at Arsenal. Definitely, Lewis Skelly inverts. It's 3 at the back already, my bro. They basically
I get it. I swear I get it.
Man City won a treble doing exactly the same thing. By the way, 3 at the back here with Vardy or whoever doing what they need to do, or whoever's bombing up with Rico Lewis inverted into the midfield and stuff. I'm not being funny. Most teams play with technically 3 at the back.
Yeah, so even Liverpool do it.
Inter Milan, by the way, wait, one second. Inter Milan, I've just got to a Champions League final, playing 3 at the back.
Yeah, but that's a 3-5-2. I get it. I completely.
It's the 2 up top. No, bro. I do hear that though. The 2 up top. The 2 up top is different because
Even Liverpool, yeah.
Maybe when we have the players, he'll do it.
When they go up, the 2 wing-backs go right up.
Yeah, but
one of the defensive midfielders.
By the way, did you just hear what you just said?
What?
The players.
Maybe. I
Not
said
the
maybe.
formation.
No, I said maybe. This. I haven't seen him never go 2 at the top. I think once he done it this season.
I think he's done it. It's done it a couple of times, but the
done
thing
it
is,
once.
it's not about.
He's done it once recently. I think it was in the when we
It's not
beat
even
Lyon,
about,
bro.
brother. Good. The thing, trust me when I say this, share formation don't matter, bro.
No, but the 3-5-2 Kaz is different because that's a pressing system. That's you can press with that, bro. Because you got the 2 up top that are just gonna press.
Yeah,
when you do.
Leverkusen with Alonso when they went invincible, they played with a 3-4-3 as well.
Yep, they did.
I get it. It works for some people, but the strategy and the way that Amorim does it
Yeah,
he
but
has
he's-
five at the back, and
Yeah,
he
but he-
passes the ball around the back.
Yeah, but
until
he said it.
lumps
He said it
towards
himself.
Jokeres.
He said it
It's
himself.
shit.
But he said it
No,
himself.
but we don't have the players, bro. I'll
He
be
said
real,
it himself.
so-
It's gonna get worse before it gets better.
Yeah, but
Clearly, he
but-
doesn't rate. He
Not
clearly
this
doesn't rate all
bad,
these.
though.
Clearly, he doesn't rate all these man. Yeah, let's be real. I don't think he rates more than half. I don't even think he rates 10%
No,
of this
facts.
squad.
No, you
Let's
don't, you
let's
don't.
be honest with ourselves. He said, "I'm gonna play fullback before I play with wingers," and I think next season what you're gonna have is I do believe we go get a wing back. I do believe we play with, if we get the midfield that we require and the attackers, you'll find that the wing backs are a lot higher than what we see. I guarantee you'll see players like Yoro doing what he has done in a couple games where you see him driving into the midfield by himself. I guarantee that. But this is what I don't understand.
Bro, do you know what it is?
We changed from a free. What did we change from 3-4-3s to 3-1-6s sometimes and all this stuff? We've done it. We
Yeah.
won games. But the
But
issue is that why do we look so good in Europe all the time? But when it comes to Premier League, we look like
It's poor
bozos.
quality that we're playing against.
So you're telling me
It's
Bilbao are
quality.
worse than
It's so
Bilbao are worse than most of the teams in the Premier League?
Well, they don't play with the same intensity, and no, they're not as good as. But I reckon Brentford will beat them as well, bro. They're not that great, bro.
Are we hearing this? Are we
Bro,
hearing this?
Brentford will probably spank them, bro. They're not that great, bro.
You're overrating
You
the
know what I
Premier.
mean?
You're overrating the Premier heavily, by the way.
No, not at all, man.
You are, man.
We're
You are, man.
17th for however low we are in the Premier. We beat them, therefore.
So why have we? If that's the case, yeah, why is it that most English teams that were without doing it, like we got one in each competition, if not, one in each competition. Arsenal are about to go out the Champions League. Why didn't Liverpool go further than they did? They're the best in the Prem, right? Why didn't they go further?
Different games, different.
No, but bro, no,
situations,
they were
different
focusing.
No, we're not
No,
physical,
Kaz, that's
bro.
different, bro.
We can't.
They
So
were
we got.
focusing on the Premier League, bro. Like when you,
It was
when-
the Premier League. The Premier League was
They
wrapped
were,
up,
bro.
bro. It was
They
wrapped up time ago.
When?
bro,
But
it was
bro,
wrapped up
Liverpool
2 weeks ago, bro.
Bro, no. Oh my God.
Owen, you can't say Liverpool are focused on the Premier League when they have a Champions League tie against PSG. All I'm going to say is on this topic, guys. Let's not get so
100%.
sprung up into formations, bro. It doesn't matter. I promise you. Formations don't matter in football right now because it's so flexible. What's going on right now is a player quality issue. When we have technical players and we have better players, the system's going to look better. We can, but we shouldn't. We can't go on what we're seeing right now because this is not Amorim's system because he ain't got his players he wants to see. Should he be doing better? Yes.
Okay,
However,
so the
we
players
have a
define the
problem-
system.
we have a
So the
problem-
players define the system. That's what
We
you're
have
saying.
got a relegation. We've got a relegation based
Bro,
attack.
no, wait, 1 second. So the players define the system. That's what we're going with. Everyone on the panel. That's
Players, you can have a system, but yes, the players
I'm not
make
going with that. I think you make the players mold into the system if you're a really good man.
And I agree. My problem with Amorim is not even the results. Like I'm judging his decisions. I'm judging stuff that he's getting found out by other managers is not adjusting. Like we get pressed man to man and he doesn't adjust. And he does that against Newcastle, against Bournemouth, and then we play against Newcastle and he still picks Eriksen in the middle. And you can expect us to do the same thing.
Ridiculous.
So that's why I'm not judging like there could be a world in which we have the same results, the same points, and I'm backing this manager. But I'm judging him on the decisions he makes, and he's not improving. He's not learning quickly. So at the moment, I can't really defend him, to be honest.
Boy, do you know what I don't actually like, about this manager, bro? Like about the system, it's the 2 in midfield, bro. Because but you can play this. No, but bro, you can play that system, but you could do the free 3-5-2, or even you could play the 3 in midfielders, like you can, innit? And that works so well, bro. Defensively,
but how does that work more well than 4 in the middle? You do realize it's a box right now. What we've got, in my opinion, anyways. Yeah. By the way, I'm not Amorim out at all, bro. I hate these players, brother. We've got Garnacho still acting like he's a left winger rather than an inside midfielder who can play in a tight spaces. So you're gonna have more than 2.
Is it that? Or is he asked to play as a kind of left winger as well?
Yeah, because guess what? We got no other outlet. So he's looked at that because otherwise we've got no pace on the pitch at the moment, which is in a way you can't argue with it in a version, but at the same time I feel like you can play better football even without it. Regardless, he's still playing like a left winger. It don't matter if you tell him to stay inside; he's not going to. He naturally can't do it because Garnacho's a scrub. Yeah, simple as that. Yeah,
he plays every game.
Who's on the right hand side for us again? Typically, if it's not Bruno, it's Garnacho and who?
Mount last game.
Mount.
Exactly was there. Like right now, we're only thinking about what we
It's
what we
funny. It's
see,
funny.
bro.
We scored 3 goals yesterday, but the issue yesterday wasn't a goal scoring issue. It's just defensive. Well, I mean, against Brentford, it was just an absolute clusterfuck of shit defensive.
Bro, I was there. I watched it. Yeah,
Basically,
we were 4-1 down.
Amas and Luke. Basically, Amas and Luke Shaw. That ruined the whole thing. Just their
Yeah,
simple
they got
mistake.
eaten alive.
They got eaten alive.
But
Also,
guys,
there was-
sorry, bro. I just want to
innit?
say, bro. I just want to say as well, yeah. Like a lot of people are saying, play the kids, play the kids, play the kids. Bro, when he does play the kids, I don't want to hear man talking like just utter bullshit, bro. Because you want to see the kids, they're not ready, but they need to run the games. So I'm not, like that's why during the Brentford game I was like, bro, like it's one of them ones. You wanted to play the kids. Right now, Amas, he's still young, so even kind of like getting onto anyone at that point, I'm just like, bro, I'm done with it.
But that team, yeah, was that team really him playing the kids? He played what, 2, 3?
No, the leg got
Cheeto.
injured. He was trying to give it.
That was our youngest
Tino,
ever.
Amas, Fredrickson. Yeah, that was the
Youngest
youngest
ever
deployed side.
Yeah,
Ever.
but Garnacho's a kid, isn't it? Like Mainu's a kid. Like, do you know what I mean? They
No,
all
but
bring the
he's not.
average. They all
yeah,
bring
but-
the average age down too. But
No,
obviously,
he started Cheeto.
they're
He's
all
never done
first
that.
teamers.
Yeah.
He started Cheeto up top, bro.
Well,
That
still
was
youngest
big.
Cheeto, Fredrickson.
Amas,
To be
Fredrickson.
fair,
Kobe.
let's be real. How can we all majority?
No,
of us-
and the
all of us-
goalkeeper, and the
all of us-
goalkeeper.
But bro,
All of
as
us-
soon as we went 2-1 down, he basically
Yeah, but
took a lot
all of
them
us,
off.
all of us, all
No,
of
but
us.
the
How
lit
many
got
subs
injured,
did he
you
make?
know.
4 subs.
Yeah,
Aye,
but
bro, this guy hates Amorim, bro.
He made 4 subs in
Man,
that.
I hate Amorim, bro.
I don't get this. Yeah, we all say we want to win the Europa. We make changes. Yeah, it doesn't beat a Brentford side. I don't think many of us thought we were gonna beat Brentford either. Yeah, we never really do. Rarely,
lose every
we get bullied typically, very much so by this side. Yeah, so we don't care if we lose the game, but now all of a sudden we're caring about the game.
Bruv, have some pride. The
There's no
guy's
pride- there's no
thrown
pride.
away. The guy's thrown away all the last few Premier League games.
I don't
What
care.
the hell was that?
You know, I swear,
15.
listen to me. Listen, if this happens next season, I hear you, bro.
Yeah,
I'll be the first one to be like, yo, Minnow, this, da. But right now, I couldn't care
I
less.
just can't see it getting any better, man.
I couldn't care less because he hasn't got. I agree. You can
Balancing his phone on a plant, man.
criticism. He's not doing well, but you got to let him land in terms of let him have this squad in. Let's see his idea with his players and let's go from there. That's all I'm saying.
I hear it, bro. I just can't see it getting any better. That's the only-
You know, I agree
By
with
the way-
Minnow, to be honest. Like, you know how dramatically we need to improve for it to have any sort of sense.
I don't think it's gonna take that much. I don't
No,
think
it's
it's gonna.
gonna
I'm
take-
gonna.
Because we
gonna take-
basically lose every
gonna
game.
take-
No. You know what it is.
Same
You know what it is.
man.
My
This
thing is,
spirit of
yeah,
bet thing,
Adam,
I'm not sure about it, bro.
you
Honestly,
don't
bro,
have to. You don't have to be sure about it. But for
No,
me,
bro,
yeah,
I'm telling you,
I-
man. I love a
for me-
3-man midfield, bro. That's
Brother,
all I want to see.
I
He should have played 3-man in midfield way more often and keep the back three if he wants to keep it.
brother, I don't
100%.
personally. Yeah, we have got. Ahmad went out for 3 months, so he was out already. Yeah, he was gone. Yeah, Kobe's not even that fit yet. The guy takes so long to get going. Like honestly, he has moments, unfortunately, and he's just having a poor season. The guy needs to get his shit together. Yeah, let's be real. If you want to
Yeah,
survive
he needs to sort
in a
himself
top
out.
club, he needs to sort your shit out. Yeah, brother. Like I'm not being funny. Xerxes got injured too. That's the little bit of life of spark that we liked.
But he wasn't playing him, to be honest, when he had the
That's another decision that fucked me off as well. Like, and you kept playing Garnacho instead of him. If not both of them, put them together. My whole thing is we still got Højlund in attack, Garnacho who can't hit a barn door, and when he does, it's a flipping screamer like the other day, yeah. And if not, it's flipping Mason Mount. If not, in Xerxes, all of these men have got no goals. The amount of chances we have missed, by the way, in front of goal as well, is an absolute joke. Yeah,
Yeah,
we
but
can't
not
score for
as-
shit. Bro, changing that whole front three, which you can in one window, which we're looking to do, will change things automatically, bro. And we're still looking at 8. At least we're going for the correct players or positions as of now.
You know what I'm afraid of? The manager is not adjusting to what other managers are doing. So if we get Cunha and if we get Ahmad back and we get a striker and we still play the way we play because of the manager not adjusting, those players will get isolated and we will get out run in midfield again. Because
We need to build it. We need to build all of it.
You have to see it. You can't just say this is going to happen. We don't know that.
I'm saying it's right.
What's happening now.
You're seeing but it's true. It is true. But
why are we so negative on it? I hear it.
No, you know why we're so negative, Shells. But we're in the same WhatsApp group, bro. You know why we're so negative. It's just like we've been through.
Right now, guys, I know it's shit, bro. I hear it. It's so, but you have to allow. Like in your sign this manager, in it, brought him in mid-season. They've handicapped him. I know he's not doing great, bro. I know.
I hear it. I hear what
I
you're
wish
saying.
I had the outlook on life.
Okay, hold on.
One question.
One question to Shells, please, bro. All right, bro. Has this manager shown you enough to back him as much as you backed Eric Ten Hag?
No, he hasn't. But at the same time, I've got to apply context to why the situation we're in. Do you get what I'm saying?
No. I hear it.
Like,
But
he's come in your bro. Ten Hag should have gone from time. I don't even know why he's in this season. They fucked up, yeah. Now it's the manager's paying the price for it. He's got the sloppy seconds, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? He's going round 2, round 3, rather than round 1.
I hear it. But still, have you seen something to be like, okay, this is the guy?
But in your have signed him, so all I can go with, listen, I need to allow him at least a getaway period of his players, bro. I can't just judge him.
It's not even his players. The club's got to get
You know
the
the thing is, like he was given the rest of the season to assess the squad, Amorim, and they gave themselves the rest of the season to assess him. And so far, he's failing the assessment. If we are being honest, because so far, like he came around in the middle of the season. And okay, now you have until from November to the end of the season to show us if we made a mistake or a good appointment. And so far, he doesn't justify spending loads of money on his signings. He's being assessed as well, just as much as the players.
Yeah, but he can get replaced.
I'll say one more thing. You know, in the signings they're gonna make, it's not necessarily just for Amorim. When if we get Cunha in, regardless of who comes in, Cunha is a great player. He can play many different positions and systems. So that's my point. Ineos are gonna be signing players not necessarily for Amorim as well. They're going to be signing players that like Cunha, like whether we get Cunha, we get a Turkey. All of these men can play in any system regardless of Amorim's here or not. Do you get what I'm saying?
I hear it, but then that makes it easier for them to sack him.
Then if that's the decision they're going to make, then fair enough. But all we can go off is that's not happening. Do you get what I mean?
The best thing they've done is they've only given him a 2-year contract.
Okay, can we be honest with ourselves? Yeah, even if we got a manager that came in and played pragmatic, or he came in and played pragmatic, we're not finishing higher than what Fulham are right now. We wouldn't be higher than Bournemouth right now.
If we wouldn't be goals.
Wait, hold on. Listen, look at where I'm going with this. It doesn't matter what manager you've got, even if you play lockdown formation. We probably could see it a lot less. We probably find ourselves with a lot more draws. To be fair.
I think if we kept Ten Hag, we would be higher,
brother.
I've been waiting on that all night, you know.
I swear to God, I think we'll be higher.
Yeah, stuff for life. You shouldn't even say that. Like, man said Ten Hag, brother. We lost to the worst West Ham team in years.
Yeah, but bro, he was
remember that Dallo missed an open goal. Dallo missed an open goal.
Exactly, same things what Garnacho's been doing all season.
Yeah, but you remember that Chelsea game when we drew 1-1?
Yeah, I was there.
How many hitters did Garnacho miss that game? We should have beat them like 3-4-1 that game.
And he beat a dusty Everton and he beat a flipping dusty Leicester. I don't care what Rude is. He's getting relegated right now. So on that notice, for me, again,
no, not Rude.
Even in that point of the season, we lost to Tottenham at home. One of the worst Spurs sides at home, 3-0. We got beat by Liverpool 3-0. Yeah, we got.
It
doesn't matter. I'm trying to say. It doesn't matter. The thing is, you lot will never be happy. You lot will never be happy. We play low block football, yeah. And you lot would still complain about no football. You say this is no different from what Ten Hag done in the first season. Even if we played low block football, we still got the same attack. Rashford still puts out a message that he wants to leave. Ahmed probably still gets injured or whatever. He might not even get used if it was a different manager as well at that. So he could have just left. He would not even sign a new contract, by the way. Come on, man. And what I'm trying to say is, it don't matter what makeup you put on the field.
Ten Hag, are you mad, bro? That's why I hate. It
doesn't matter. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying
but to say he was terrible. I already know. I'm not even arguing with you, bro. We're not doing this.
I should have stayed on. Let him stay on to the end of the season.
Brother, you're not even listening. You're not even listening. Yeah. You don't eat. No matter what makeup you put in a team, yeah, you're still gonna have Højlund in up front. He don't score. Xerxes, as much as I like the guy, he don't score. Mason Mount, when he come back from injury, he don't score. Rashford, even if he's in and around the team, he still don't score. So really and truly, even if you're playing this low block crap football, you lot are still gonna moan. Yeah,
bro, that's not true.
You're still gonna it is true. No, it is true. Don't ever say that in my lifetime because
so imagine this.
You was numero uno for flipping moaning about no style of football on stream. So don't do that to me.
Yeah, so hear me out. No, but hear me out.
No, I don't want to hear you out. I don't want to hear you out.
What I'm saying is, bro, if you switch to the 2 up top, you can change the system, bro. It's not about the players. No, Kaz, hear me out. You just said the players.
No matter what system we play, bro.
No, I disagree.
We're not scoring. We're not scoring.
No, my point is,
why are we not scoring?
You just said the players we have.
No one scores. They're rubbish.
No one scores. So my take on that would be, okay, I need to create a system that allows more opportunities for these shit ballers to score. Do you understand?
So what system is that then?
Bro, you
this
need
point,
to
I would go.
what you have. And
Listen,
he's
bro,
not doing that.
I would go free. Do you know what, bro?
I know, Marwan. The thing is,
Not
the
even
formation is not going to
a
score
free.
goals.
No, actually, not even a free. I would go 4-3-3. But the free in
4-3-3
midfield,
is the best formation.
Who's scoring? Who's scoring?
bro. I'm not gonna lie.
Formation is not going to score goals.
Ahmad on the right. You got the formation won't. But I'm just saying you need to. I'm just saying I would like to get more opportunities to the players for other players to score.
Go on, cool, because I love this conversation because all you've just done here is taken out someone from the 4 and put them basically back at fullback. That's all you've done. No. That's all you've. By the way, that's all you've done. Yeah. And by the way,
bro, this manager doesn't actually have like show balls. Like the only time he does it is when he's losing. Yeah. So for me, all I'm saying is,
basically,
I just want to look like we are genuinely attacking a team. I want to look. I want to have 10 shots on goal.
By the way, so formation doesn't matter. We still basically play with a 3 up top. You're gonna go with a midfield. I'm gonna guess I'm gonna guess this year. You're gonna go.
No, but the 2 left backs and right backs are gonna be pushing up as well. More than our wing backs right now.
All right. Because our fullbacks are anything great, yeah. What's it called? Because the only one that's there yet is Mazarawi, and he's more inverted. Let's be real. Let's be honest. He's an inverted fullback.
No, but
the low is an inverted fullback.
You could play Dorgu left back.
Dorgu wasn't signed. No, Dorgu wasn't signed. If you didn't get this manager, we don't sign Dorgu.
Oh wait, so we're basing it off the squad that he inherited.
Basically.
If you're doing that, no, you put Rashford in there, and then you put but Anthony in there.
Rashford still put his
because Anthony could be here right now.
Rashford still putting his transfer request in regardless. Even Amorim's first week, bro. What we doing? Straight after Ipswich game,
he put in his transfer request after
straight after Ipswich.
Awesome.
I'm pretty sure it's Ipswich.
Let's not like.
Anyways, let's not act stupid. Garnacho's still on the wing. He's missing. Xerxes might play false 9 or whatever you like in a 4-3-3. Then who's up top? Because he's missing. You're still gonna probably play someone like Mason Mount on the right. He's missing. You're gonna have Agate, Casemiro, and Bruno. Where the fuck is the legs in that other than Agate? Let me know. Because last time I checked in a 4-3-3, it's an expansive formation. God forbid I see Casemiro back in an expansive formation. God forbid.
You got Casemiro and Bruno, innit? That's the
no, not even that. The 3 in midfield would. The 3 in midfield would be.
We do that now. What's the difference?
No. It's not.
We don't do that now.
What do you talk about? By the way, no. But this is how I know you, brother. You lot, respectively, you lot hurting my head. Yeah. When Bruno plays in the 10 and the left, yeah, we got Bruno and Agate. They're very close to each other. If not, Casemiro goes further forward. When Bruno plays, how deep does it
you're talking? No, but you're focusing on.
Wait. Hold on.
Point and a land point.
Does he play on the left wing if Garnacho, like the way Garnacho does when he plays in the left 10, or does he not play more like in the central areas and wherever the fuck he wants?
Bruno, at this point, he's sticking to his position. That's how he's been playing.
Wherever
the manager plays him. So it's either an 8 or it's either as a 10.
Last time I checked, when he plays left 10, he's in the 6, he's in the 8, and he's in the 10 in the middle. Am I right?
No, but he does whatever he wants.
What's the difference? So what's the difference in the 4-3
2021 season? And we average 1.5 goal a game every season, and this one is a bit less. It's 1.2. So we basically scored just as many goals as we did before.
This is mental.
Before Højlund in the Premier League, we score 1.5 regardless of who's there.
So Adam, when I said where he is on the pitch typically, or anyone at this point. How different is that to really a 3 in the midfield when you see Bruno practically playing in the midfield and with Casemiro in the
score more goals?
It's
You
the
know,
same
Cap,
thing.
No, but the left backs, the
but
wing
I
backs
don't know the
are
stats.
different. That's the thing.
What?
No, but for me, this wing backs,
Was you
in the
complaining when
Premier
Anna was going at ring back?
bro. Listen, bro. Actually, yeah, I was. We watched that game, bro. I was pissed. First half, I was like, what the hell's going on? And man had to save us.
I don't know the stats, yeah, but watching football, yeah, watching us when we were under Ten Hag and watching us now, we were creating more chances than under Ten Hag.
I agree.
We missed more. We were creating more
I
chances.
think we were.
Every fucking.
No, but
Guys,
I
we were
don't know the
creating
stats.
more.
Check the
Bro,
stats.
Ten
I might
Hag
be
had
right,
this
I might be
fucking
wrong.
4-1.
But it looks like to me we were creating way more chances.
No,
Can I
but we
say
were
something?
also weak in midfield. No, we were also weak.
The problem
in
is
midfield.
the chance
too busy
creation
weak in
stat
the
is not
knees.
really reliable, so it's hard to judge, to be honest.
But
Even
Guys,
if I look at the stats.
we finished with negative goal difference under Ten Hag last season as well. What are we doing here, bro? Come on, man. It's just
the guy had bare injuries in Ten Hag's first season. Yeah, he got a third in the Premier League and won the Carabao
This is
Cup.
what I'm saying. We've just taken
Play low
overlap on
football.
this.
What's Amorim done in his first season?
About to win the Europa League.
Bruv, there you go. So he's done all right in a cup, yeah, which flipping Ten Hag done, but Ten Hag got us third in the Prem.
And one's about
This
to get
guy
back in
can't
the
win a
temp.
Prem game to save his life.
the situations that they come in are
To be honest,
completely
he can't win
different.
the Premier League game, to be honest.
They're completely different, you know. The situations are completely different. When Ten Hag come in, he was fresh, giving his squad, giving it who he wants. That hasn't happened for us. It hasn't happened for Amorim yet.
Yeah, but then again, like I said earlier, we are judging the manager, we are assessing him, and he's not doing well. Like if he needs better player, if he has better players, he will do better. But I mean, that's just obvious.
No one's doing nothing with this team, though, Adam. Man, like I said, are we realistically from where we are now till 10th? Yeah, even with a different manager that plays a different way. Yeah, let's be real. All managers have weird obsessions with players, weird decisions. Every single one of them. Not one of them is perfect the way we like them. Yeah. Are you telling me, even if we played this counter-attacking fucking shit football that we've hated for years, yeah, and whatever since Jose Mourinho, basically, yeah, are we higher than 10th right now with what we got? Now, be honest. Are we even higher than 10th?
But we're 15th, Gaz.
We are. No, we are. No. We are higher than 10th.
You've got to get a manager that can inspire these
We're higher
players,
than
man.
10th.
Okay, let me ask you, yeah, for where are we? What we doing? What Forest and Villa?
We don't
at
have
the
two
moment?
back-to-back Premier League wins.
Yeah, bro, we could be. Yeah, we could be,
Are we
bro.
better than Bournemouth? Are we better than Bournemouth? The way they are, they got some techie players and balance.
Yeah, but then again, guys, look, you know what my issue
What?
is with that? At the start of the season, 0 games played. If we asked many United fans which team do you pick between Bournemouth and United, most of people would pick the United. If we did a combined 11,
no, bro. Hey, Adam, such a good point because, bro, I was playing FIFA the other day, bro. Yeah, against my boy. And he picked Real Madrid, and I picked Man United, bro. Man had gone at.
You know what I mean? That means your boy is shit at FIFA. Then that's nothing different.
No,
It's you controlling the team.
bro. Hey, bro. I picked the 4-1. Is it 4-1-3-2? Like the diamond thing in the
the 4-4-2 diamond, yeah.
Bro, I put Ahmad up top. I put Xerxes up there with him. But it was tough. I had to put Garnacho left wing.
Your boy is shit.
I'm just saying, innit? Like this is
mental. I'm gonna ask you again.
That's the only way I could score, bro. That's the only way I could.
Yeah, I love this. Semenyo is better than all our wingers. Yeah, Semenyo is better than all our wingers. You can talk about Ahmad, but they're pretty much like for like at the moment. And Semenyo's got weight.
Nah, he's not better than Ahmad.
Right now, Ahmad's injury prone. Yeah, whether you like it or not, he's picked up a lot of injuries. Whether you like it or not,
now you're saying this just to make the case that they have a better squad than us.
Yeah, they got a much better 11 because guess what? Semenyo's physical. He can keep up with the game. He can bully. Evan Nilsson is way better than what we got up front. He scores goals and he's even been sent off and he's been injured all the season. He comes back and still scores more. On the left, Clive, purple patch player. Don't even get me started. He's better than everything we've got. We've even been linked to him. Yeah, Kirkheads is better than all our fullbacks. Tavernier is better than what we got on our squad on our bench.
My problem is before you continue, my thing is just at the start of the season, with 0 games played, you ask any United fan to do a combined 11 with Bournemouth, and they pick more United players than Bournemouth players.
Because
now, with hindsight, it's easy to say.
Yeah, exactly.
At the start of the season, we would have picked more of United players than Fulham players.
Now that we're educated for what these players really are and what it suits and how imbalanced it is.
But you can see it two ways, guys. It's either educated or the manager's failing.
So let me ask you. You said we're better than 10th. You said we're better than 10th. Let me know who is scoring our goals.
Bro, last season, Højlund came in. Yeah, it was his first season in the Prem.
And he was shit.
He was 19. No, hold on. He was 19, 20 years old. Yeah.
So what?
Every striker that comes to the Prem, we say, "Oh, give him a season to settle. He needs a season to
He had
settle."
18 months.
So, well, hold on. Just let me land. It was his first season. He was still a young kid. Yeah. He scored 11 goals in the Prem, 6 goals in the Champions League. That's not bad for a player's first season. He wasn't expected to be the starter
where are we
every
going with this?
single
Though?
week.
Yeah, but like
He wasn't expected to be the starter every single week. Now this season, why has he regressed so badly? Why has he gone so backwards?
Because guess
And
what?
under Ten Hag, he didn't get that many chances.
Right,
but now he gets even less.
No, he's had chances and he's scrubbed a lot of them. To be fair,
He doesn't want chances. He might get one chance a game.
Because it's not a system thing. Sometimes his timing of his runs are shit. He can't play football in general.
Why is he regressing though? Why is he regressing?
He was never a progressor in the first place. He's just a scrub.
brother, he scored 11 goals in the Prem last season and 6 in the Champions League. It was his first season in the Prem.
He's just a scrub. It's
That's
simple.
not bad.
He's a scrub, man.
But then again,
he didn't look too bad last season.
I don't think he's good enough. I agree, but the question is who score goals. It's the team job to score goals. As much as we don't have goal scorers, and I agree, you can do something more as a manager to try to create the circumstance to create chances, and he's not doing it.
Oh, that's crazy. Funny old game. Thanks for the fact. In a full season as well, and the guy had since November. We've created more big chances than we had on the Ten Hag in a full season. In 6 months, less than the 6 months.
What was that last season?
So the full season that Ten Hag had, yeah. From the
That was
time
last
Amorim's
season.
so a full season. Amorim's been here since late November, yeah. When we come back from international break, so it's been he's in his 6th month. So he's done that he's created more in 6 months. So don't tell me
that's mad.
No. So
mad.
last season we had bare injuries and we had to play defensive football, yeah, and we had to defend and see games out. I'm talking the start of this season. I'm talking the games that we played. The start of the
season.
Lost
3-0,
we were having bare chances.
We lost games.
As soon as Amorim took over, we are looking like we can't create chances.
Bar Brighton and the Crystal Palace game, which I think we should have won anyways, yeah, we lost. We lost against West Ham. We created some chance against West Ham. They're shit. Everyone creates chance against West Ham before they got my man sacked or whatever. Lopetegui, yeah. We are rubbish. We were only in the mix because we only played a certain amount of games before he got sacked. It was always going downhill. Even in Europe, we drew. We kept drawing. If we was going to lose
4 points off 4th.
Yeah,
but that's the average. A lot of teams played the same, a small number of games before he got sacked. I think it was about 10. Yeah, don't get me wrong, brother. We was on like 11 points or some shit. Yeah, don't get me wrong, brother. We got spanked. Every game we got spanked, or if not, it was dross.
But we still do.
No. You know what it is, yeah. I can with now, yeah.
Yeah, we do now as well. Even worse.
Because it goes to show, like, it doesn't matter who coaches these man. Really, I'm telling you now. No matter what.
But that's my point. That's exactly my point, Cass.
We're never going to score enough. We're never going to score enough goals to bail us out in any situation. Because the best form of defense is attack. And we have shit attackers bar Ahmad only.
But the thing is, if you have such a bad set of players and you know you can't coach them, now that he's sticking to his principles, it's either he's sticking to his principles or he's so incompetent that he can't do anything else. We don't know so far.
But Adam, that's the point. We'll find out.
We'll find out.
Exactly.
Because if you have a team that you can't coach because the quality is that low, well, then you set them up in a way that they don't concede for fun. You put 3 players in midfield and you put 2 up top instead of having. We don't have any good attackers. We don't have wingers and we don't have a good striker. So at least if you put 2 up front, at least you remove one instead of having
even if you had 2 up front, it could be Zirkzee, it could be one of them. I'm sorry, I don't care if you got Højlund or Nacho up front. They're still shit. The only ones that made a little bit of sense, I'm gonna big up Minar for this part, is probably if you paired Zirkzee or Rashford a little bit up front. Regardless, I think that's the only
Zirkzee and Bruno, and then put Maino, Kobe, and Ugarte. Casemiro.
But on paper, it sounds so good. The thing is, remember before Amorim as
Doesn't
Amorim
sound
signing?
good to me.
Do
It's
you
just that
remember?
we're
Do
not
you remember
good.
every time it was Amorim signing, we done the exact same thing before as Ten Hag was leaving. What we do, who we put where, da 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 da. It doesn't matter what you do. There's always going to be some sort of imbalance somewhere on the pitch where you get overran or not scoring. That's it.
You know what? If you say, and this is something people don't really tend to grasp, if you put more responsible defensive players on the pitch, you will concede less, but you're also more likely to score more.
We had a
Like,
set
this
piece.
is something
we had
Sir
a
Alex
set piece
Ferguson used to do all the time. We need a goal. He removes an attacker. He puts on Carrick. The ball moved better, and then we score the goal we needed. Sometimes
why
you
we
just
need the
need
water.
that compact element in the team.
Yeah.
Able to score more goals.
Yeah, I agree with that part. And also, and this is probably a fair case for Ten Hag, but he fucking signed the guy. And Nana don't help.
Yeah, but that's another topic.
Nana doesn't help. Nana does not help at all. But yeah, we'll see anyways. Minna, who is going to buy him out? No one.
Who's gonna buy him out, bruv?
Not even
Sell him to
sure.
fucking
Who-
Leighton Orient, bruv. I don't
Yeah, but-
care.
Yeah, but
He
you
is
can't.
shocking.
It doesn't work like that though. He's not going to accept Leighton Orient, is he? He's on 200 odd grand.
Bro,
Why is he going there?
Why
This
are
is a
Saudi?
FIFA.
Saudi are looking to buy Bruno. Let them buy Mount for quarter of the price, bro.
But they don't want him. But they don't want him.
You can't have Bruno, but take this guy.
Yeah, but the thing is now you're being unrealistic. No,
Yeah, you don't decide who they buy.
Yeah, you can't decide like
Not
where someone
really.
goes. You can't just
Pitch
sell
him.
them. Who wants
Pitch
Shaw?
him.
You said earlier Shaw, Mount, same thing. No one wants them, bro.
I know, but we should be trying to focus on selling these guys.
Yeah, but
we
do you
sold Lingard to South Korea,
Bro, he left on like a free.
bro.
He left.
Oh, what?
We didn't sell him.
Really?
Yeah, we didn't sell him. I
We
think.
didn't. We didn't sell him. He left on a free.
I don't know, bro. There's teams out there that will take these.
No,
guys.
but now you're moving goalposts. We didn't sell Lingard because he left on a free. We can't sell Shaw. Bro, how do you know that this club isn't actively looking to sell players, but no one just don't want them?
All right, so you're telling me that you can't sell Mount in
So if
Saudi
you're-
Arabia or in
you're-
Dubai or in the Emirates League, or
brother,
even in
Saudi
Australia.
man-
Mount's going to go there as well.
I don't even think Saudi man would touch him. Look at his
that's what
injury
I'm
record
saying.
and be like, nah,
Exactly.
he's
Now, if
It's
you're a
still
club
not really-
owner, wait, hold on.
not
If
smart, bro.
you're
Well,
a
then
club
sell him to
owner,
fucking Southampton, then, bro. I don't care.
but he's
Yeah,
not
but
gonna.
he's on 250.
It doesn't work like that. The guy doesn't want to go to somewhere like that. Of course, same thing with Luke Shaw.
Well,
Now,
then
think
put
of-
him in the flipping kids team, bro. It's not up
Yeah,
to
that I
him.
agree.
Then
I-
put him in the reserves. It's not up to him. But Amorim likes him.
What
He
are you
wants him.
exactly? What are you smoking, brother? I'm not being funny. If you're
He
a club,
keeps playing him.
if you're in the mind of a top club or a club in general, you're the owner. The first thing you need is to upgrade the quality of your team. Why the fuck are you going to look at Luke Shaw and Mount and say, I'm going to take that when they're never available? What
Sorry?
logically financially, how does that make any sense better or even objectively make that any better for your team? No one
Are
wants
we talking
Mount.
about right now or pre-season? Because we need to be
Preseason,
selling
they still got injured in preseason. Mount got injured in preseason. Like he's mentally fucked.
Nah, he's never fit, to be honest.
Then what do you do then? You have to either sell him or put him on reserves.
Bro, you just get on with it. You don't have much of a chance. A choice, do you?
So what? Do we keep playing him?
And hopefully gets
He comes off the bench. He played one game against Brentford because we had to rotate. Like,
Yeah, but he comes off the bench because he's injured all the time. If he wasn't injured, he'd start every game.
no, he
I'm
wouldn't.
telling you, this Amorim guy loves him, bro.
Yeah, he would play more.
it's because
he
guess
does,
what? We
yeah.
don't have no other.
He's not starting next season. Come on, man.
Yeah, he's
Mount-
not starting,
Bro,
man.
Amorim loves him, bro.
injury
Amorim loves
injury
him.
fit, he would
Yeah,
probably.
hopefully we can send him out on loan. The thing is, you
He's
say
a
he
proper
loves it.
Amorim player. You know
So-
why? Because he's a
so-
headless chicken, and that's
But
the
he-
Amorim thing.
Yeah,
his
that sounds
system.
like most-
That's
that
what
sounds
he
like
He
likes.
most-
never
players.
dropped Bruno, is it?
Yeah, in a headless chicken. But what's it called? If that's the case, why are we looking at right and left hands, Cunha, and that? If he loves him so much,
This is what I
think
don't
I don't
understand.
think he wants
exactly.
Cunha.
Exactly.
He wants
So
Cunha.
it's not. It doesn't really make that much sense.
But this is what I don't understand. Is it him trying to buy Cunha? This is what I said on the panel last time.
How many times have you been around a group of people, yeah, that you like, and there's always that one that you probably don't like, but you're probably there joking and laughing to keep the vibe going. No, you just do it for your friends. You don't really like that person, no, right? You don't mind them, but you're cool in it. Like, here's ways you don't want to dead the vibe. That's the same thing. It's the same thing what my man has to do. He's gonna have to say I love Mount and everything. The guy's not there, so you have to. Well, how do you get someone out of there? You got to show them love, no matter what. Otherwise, it's just bad management.
Bro,
Otherwise,
he
you're gonna put them in a
loves Mount.
cesspool. I don't think if he loves
complaining.
if he
I
loves
think
Mount
he
so
does
much,
love Mount still.
if he
Because
loves
he
Mount,
said he was like he
Mount
does
is an Amorim player.
he was like he does everything right. He wants it so much. He does everything right.
yeah.
And,
But everyone, but the thing is, everyone loves a tryout. Everyone loves a tryout.
Gas up a guy.
Mount is a proper Amorim type of player, though.
Yeah, because guess what? Because a lot of these men aren't. Anyways, what's this? FPV. A lot of these men aren't. Anyways, regardless.
But if Mount
FTV,
is, then fucking hell.
when I've seen a flipping Marita and a Hillman with a Pedro Gonçalves and a Trincao in a system playing as a box proper midfield and then having their two. Trust me, I don't think it's gonna be this two in the midfield shit. Especially if Cunha comes as well, man. Guy, you think the guy likes the inside space too much?
If you're not playing well by October, he needs to go.
I can't. It says I won't take Adam
100%.
seriously. He rates frauds. Bro gaslight me about Sancho for 2 years. I'm accepting the money because of his age, not quality.
Yeah, well, we could do with someone with a bit of quality in the team at the moment. Like, would you not take Sancho over Garnacho at the moment?
No,
I don't fuck with Sancho at all.
yeah, I don't fuck with Sancho at all. He's a scrub,
well,
man.
it's because of what he's done, though, isn't it? But
Well, he's
as a
a
right
waste
10,
man. He's
As
just
As
like
a player, Sancho
As a
over
right
Garnacho
10,
at the
I'm
moment,
telling
I'm
you
not
now. Garnacho
right
is way
10.
more effective in a 10 than fucking Sancho. Like, I'm
yeah,
sorry.
bro,
in the Premier League.
I could not disagree anymore than with that statement.
I don't know.
Sometimes, yeah, but it's just
It's not for me. It's not even about bro. Sancho is not it. I'm not hearing no Sancho revision. He's not it.
It's not
Bro.
revisionism. I'm saying he's a better footballer than Garnacho, but he needs to go. Like, I'm not trying to say bring him back. I'm just saying quality wise, he's a better footballer than Garnacho.
by the way, make sure you like the video as well. Like, big up to everyone. Make sure you check out their YouTube channels. You can screenshot this, put it on the YouTube bar. I'm like, oh, I see what they're doing now. So please, the one that Match Day Shows has got a channel. Football Locker Room Banter's got a channel. You find Min on there sometimes as well. It's chaos all the time. Who's live right now? I don't know who's live right now. Is oh, here we go. Noureddin's live. Let's go. Let's redirect to Noureddin and then we'll go from there. Big up to the stream as well. We should be back tomorrow. Probably gonna find news that Bruno's probably ultimately rejected Saudi, innit? So we can. He's not gonna leave. So Minna, yeah, look at him, man. You're a disgrace, man. In a bit.